All right, some highlights from Tuesday's trading, March 5th, in the chat room at greatstockpicks.com. GNC, we actually had this one on watch yesterday, and then it did the same thing today. All right, you see yesterday they had this nice little sell-off, nice little bottoming tail here. One of our members suggested this somewhere around 40.50 yesterday, and a nice move back up over 41. Well, then today we identified, hey, this is selling off again. One of our All-Stars, B-Turk. I'm the one that posted GNC getting shape again, and then one of our All-Stars, B-Turk, posted, hey, it's getting ready, and I posted it, I don't know, 10 minutes before these last two candles. So I posted it when it had, this was the active candle at the time. Okay, and then I looked away and it put two more candles in. So the only reason I mentioned that is because if it weren't for B-Turk, I probably wouldn't have seen this. So he kind of chat slapped me, right? He reached through the chat room, slapped me, woke me back up and said, hey, GNC is getting close. And so I called this long, same area as yesterday, right? I called it long right there at 40.50. Very simple process. There's nothing tricky here. Just retesting yesterday's low. It's down for what, 5, 6, 7 candles in a row, and a nice volume here at the end, possible turn. And nothing tricky. I just went with a 20-cent stop. Sounds arbitrary, and I guess it is a little bit, but when you know your stop is 20 cents away, you know how many shares to buy, such that if you get stopped out, it won't hurt, right? Anyway, so there's the turn right there. Also sent this out as our SMS pick today for our SMS members, text alerts, at 40.50. And look at that. Ended up getting to 41.25, 75-cent move in our favor, and closing fairly strong. The beauty of this one was we were never underwater. We took it, and it just put us in the green, and then it was just a matter of selling into strength. USB, one of our All-Stars, Stephen B., put this on my radar. I was talking about the regional banks and how weak they were. They were all kind of looking like this, but Stephen B. Pointed out USB, and I agreed with him. This was my favorite. It had price support to the left here, a lot of stuff to the left, and then almost straight down. Look at that volume. I went ahead and called USB long using 2-minute candles. And if you've seen any of our videos, one of my stipulations for switching to 2-minute candles on a sell-off like this is when you have all these candles down in a row, right? And then they start to get narrow, like right here, and then you get another long candle, right? So at this point, you've got all these fives, and this was, I think, the longest five after all these other ones, possible capitulation. And you can see, nope, I'm sorry, this was the one. This was the longer one. See how much longer this one, let me get that circle again. See how much longer this candle is than any of these inside of this circle here. So this is when I switched to 2-minute candles. In other words, it's sort of an X-ray technique. You've got all these fives in a row, then a long five. That's when I want to switch to twos, which I'll do now. And now this is sort of the X-ray area, right? Inside of that long five, I'm looking to go long the first break of a previous 2-minute candles high. So that's how I called this, and I told everybody verbally that the high of this candle is 33.65, so the entry would be 33.66. Worst case stop, 33.57. That's only 9 cents a share risk. There's the trigger. Comes back down, does not stop out, and then has a nice run. Again, not a huge deal. The highest it went, I think, was right here. So from 33.66, it went to 33.98. But anyway, we were, again, after the retest, we were green the entire time. I think I said the same kind of deal on BBT. I said this could be another regional bank that was selling off. I said I like this one over this 5-minute candles high, which would have been 30.43 with a 30.34 stop. And that one went through. Again, these aren't huge trades, but they're quick, easy afternoon money, right? Let me see here. MAS. MAS was on our long watch list going into today. You had the nice early pop. These are 5-minute candles. And when it looked like this, I put it on the projector, told everybody anywhere in this area with about a 15-cent stop because MAS looked good on the daily and had come back down to the 5-minute candle 8-period moving average. And I thought it might be up from here, okay? So that's how I put it. I didn't give an exact trigger and stop. I just said anywhere in this area with about a 15-cent risk, and if I span out, you can see that was a great entry. That was again, and I got at least one private message with a thank you, so I know I at least had one member take it right there. That was the call or the idea. Okay, Cree. Cree was one of those, man, I loved this thing from the open, and I didn't really make an official call for the room, and I could have. You know, you had the big gap up, and then you had this nice flag. That would have been a nice call there, but Cree just one of those, kind of like Deck the other day, just kept climbing and never made it easy. I called Cree long right in here in the last hour and a half or something at 50.41. So, and the reason for it, see this green line here? You've probably seen my magic green line video. I called it long right in this area. This doesn't look like much, but it went from 50.41 to 51.22 on only 25 cents risk. So it was still a nice little late day trade. But anyway, the magic green line theory is this is the 60-minute or 60 period moving average on 5-minute candles, which is exactly where the 20 period moving averages on 15-minute candles. So again, kind of an X-ray thing, right? Lower time frame, and this is where I grabbed it. It ended up moving up decent from there. All right, now I'm going to probably wrap this up. I do want to share one other thing with you that a setup I really like. Facebook did it today. Again, this was not a call in the chat room. Actually, I did mention that this was one of our members, Dana, mentioned it, and I was watching the exact same thing, actually, that this was getting shape into, and I talked about FAST yesterday, shape into support. This was a different kind of thing. This is shape. You can kind of see how the shape here and how the shape changes, right? And then you're almost straight down here. Facebook was getting shape into the 200 period moving average on 15-minute candles. I know that sounds weird, but oftentimes when you're getting a big sell-off on 5s and the 15-minute candle, 200 period moving average, which is that purple line right there, can give you a nice bounce. Okay, so there's kind of a little trading trick for you. There's Facebook on 15s, and look at the bounce off the 200. So when it looked like this, that's when we typed out, hey, FB, Facebook, shape into the 15-200, and you got a nice reversal there. Again, not huge, but some easy afternoon money if anybody acted on it. And looking at my notes, I think that's about it. So I'm going to quit babbling, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.